Principle of watermelon washout is simple. You can eat it, blend it, or juice it. Have as much as you want. Only watermelon though, nothing else. You're taking a food vacation. And the reason why we're doing this is because when you eat only one singular food, especially something as hydrating and nourishing as watermelon, you're giving your digestive system a break. And when your digestive system has a break, it can focus on the other areas of your body that need healing. Digestion takes up so much energy in the human body, and giving that system a chance to breathe and take a break helps your body in other areas. The other thing is that, especially if you live in the United States, most of our population is chronically dehydrated because we're not drinking the right kind of water. We're eating low fiber, low motility foods. A lot of people are eating mucus forming foods, and all of these things contribute to how well you're hydrated and how well you're feeling. Doing a watermelon washout floods your body with H3O, which is more viscous and more nutrient dense than regular water. So if this is something that you're interested in and you want to come join the party of people that are aligning themselves with their highest good through hydration and raw food, get in touch with Bobby.
Fruit up, 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 fruit up with Bobby Smith. Don't you enjoy that? Don't you enjoy fruiting up with Bobby Smith? What a wonderful time to be alive, family. Watermelonwashout.com. If you've been living under a rock, we got this thing called watermelonwashout.com where you can go sign up for this tremendous party where we're doing 100 days on watermelon together. Me and my brother Kev Ramon coming together to host that. One of the highest level individuals on the planet, 160 days of watermelon. AGameHerbal.com. You know what it is. Get your solutions to all your health problems. That's all I'm going to say about that. That's what I use. That's where I go. That's why I'm going. Like I'm going. So tonight, we have a special guest. One of my homies in the neighborhood. You feel me? Like I look at the community as like a neighborhood. And it's like you got high level beings everywhere. You got some crackheads in there. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of people in the neighborhood. But this individual right here, one of the high level individuals in the neighborhood, and help the community out a lot, share a lot of content, bring a lot of people together. And I'm going to bring my brother on right now, Luke Scott. What up, though, family?
Yo, representing the watermelon. Hey.
Watermelon tribe, what up? Share the live. We a little early tonight because my man Luke is in the UK. He in the UK, so I ain't want to have him up all late. Like, hey, but he here, and if you don't share the live, they won't watch it. So share. Luke, what's going on with you, brother? How you been?
All good, Bobby. I just finished running a 2-day event this weekend, all day Saturday, all day Sunday, teaching people how to heal themselves. And we had people healing from trauma. We had people healing from fears and phobias, and basically shouting from the rooftops, telling people you don't have to be sick. You don't have to stay in suffering. Like whatever's going on in your life, we can cure it. This is one of the things that changed my life. I used to be so depressed, unwell, sick, addicted to all different kinds of things, and I completely switched my life around. Now I'm sober, thriving. I'm a dad, loving family, and every single one of you watching this, you can do it too. Whatever is happening in your life right now, we can cure it. And that's what we're going to talk about.
Beautiful message. Hey, share. Yeah, definitely share this live, family, because my brother is so inspiring. You know what I mean? That's what I want to start with, your inspiration. And, you know, like, who is Luke Scott? For those who don't know, like, I know you said you're a father. You came from, you healed yourself. But who are you? What do you do?
Yeah, I had this amazing experience in 2016, Bobby, where I got this connection to this energy that creates everything. Whatever you call that, it's the thing that turns an apple seed into an apple tree and made you from a sperm and an egg. Whatever that energy is, that intelligence that changes the world. And it showed me all the things in my life I was doing wrong. I basically had to get really quiet with myself. So I started taking up meditation. I just got really quiet with myself, and it showed me, look, the way you're eating is not good. You're unwell, you're overweight, you've got addictions, you've got all of these challenges. It showed me why people are depressed. It showed me why people are anxious. And then I learned hypnotherapy, because you can heal people with hypnotherapy in like minutes. Their biggest fear gone. So I help a lot of people with their fears of like public speaking, gone 30 minutes. People can speak confidently. Help people with anxiety, gone in like 2 hours. They're never anxious. Like, we get rid of it because it's all energy trapped in their body. And so if you get your diet right, which is what I had to do. So I had to stop eating animals. I had to stop eating dairy. I had to just fruit up. So I've been on the fruitarian path now almost 6 years. And then I saw Bobby Smith one day coming and sharing about the fruitarian path. And then I found Kev Ramon sharing about the fruitarian path. And I'm like, yes. And you're taking it to the mainstream, and I love it. Because getting right with your food is a powerful step. But most people struggle, don't they? Because of all their addictions, their traumas, their programming. So yeah, we're trying to get the world healthy, Bobby. We want everyone to be happy, everyone to be thriving.
Indeed. And I think, like, when you say everybody healthy, everybody thriving, that's one thing that I think people don't get until you start living this way. And I've been an advocate speaker against living a fake fruitarian lifestyle, like, because it's real. It's real. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people out there realize how real this is once they start to attempt it. So when you talk about getting into the lifestyle, when you're talking about healing yourself, what are some ways that, like, say somebody coming from a SAD diet, right? What are some ways that you would start them off or teach them how to get into this lifestyle?
The first thing to understand is that wherever you are right now, it's because you've been conditioned that way. We're like animals in a lot of ways. We get domesticated. You take a cat or a dog and you treat it how to behave. And our parents and our school, they taught us how to behave in a certain way. And we think it's normal till someone shakes us awake. So that's the first thing, is to shake yourself awake. And there's one of the ways to do that is through meditation. Like, get really real with yourself. Another way is to book some sessions. So I booked some sessions with a guy who's a hypnotherapist. And he just showed me that I've been hypnotized my whole life by the TV, been hypnotized my whole life by what you see in the media. And if you can undo that hypnosis, it's like you wake up from a trance. It's like you've been asleep your whole life. So that's a big thing. And if you're not happy right now, there's a reason why you're not happy. This is what a lot of people don't understand. They just go to the doctor, they ask for a pill, they take antidepressants for the rest of their life. It's like, there's a reason why you're depressed. There's something in your life that's not aligned right now. Could be your job. Could be some trauma you've not processed. It could be the way you're living, the way you're eating. And we just help people get aligned. So we create a lifestyle where they're not full of shit anymore. Literally, like, cleanse them out of the shit. You know that one. If no one's looked up mucoid plaque before, if you have they do autopsies, and people are carrying like 20 pounds of calcified feces in their gut. You need to clear that out. Do a washout, literally, like, do the washout, clear that out. If you've got a big gut right now, you're probably carrying 10 pounds of actual calcified shit in your belly.
Plain and simple. And that's real talk. You talk about hypnotherapy, Luke. Is that something you do? Like, something you offer?
Yeah. I teach it. Yeah, I've got like 250 students at the moment.
Wow. Talk about that a little bit. Can you go into detail a little about what is that, how it works, how can it benefit you? What do you need it for?
Yeah, for sure. So hypnotherapy gets into your subconscious mind. So most of the things you do every day, it's on autopilot. It's your subconscious. It's not you. It's not the thinking part of you. Something like 95% of the thoughts you think today are the same as what you thought yesterday. So how can you change that subconscious? And one of the things you do, Bobby, which is really great, you dive deep into the wisdom. You go study deep till you know that watermelon is the way, right? You know, you change it in your subconscious. Most people who take a step on the fruitarian path or a step on the vegan path or whatever it is that they do, they still have in their subconscious that they need animals. They still have it in their subconscious that they need whatever the thing is. So you have to reprogram it at that level. You can take someone who's addicted to smoking, and in 30 minutes, you can change the way their brain works so they're no longer addicted. And it's just the fastest way, super simple. Like if you have anything in your life that you don't like right now, go book a session with a hypnotherapist. I do a free session for anyone who wants it. Just hit me up, send me a DM, tell me you found me on Bobby's thing. I'll send you the free link, and you can change any habits you've got so much easier, especially if it's to do with eating. Most of that is your subconscious. Depression, anxiety. Anxiety is usually because you've got some kind of fear that you haven't worked on at that deep, deep level. Again, it's not like in your conscious mind. So if you go on my YouTube channel and you type in Luke Scott anxiety testimonial, we had someone with crippling anxiety, Bobby, right? Couldn't leave the house. And in one session, we got to the root of their anxiety. It was all of the stuff that happened in 2020, you know, with the death rates and all of that stuff on the TV. It was wired into their system. They got so scared to go outside, and you just have to go and reprogram the brain. We have something called neuroplasticity. You can literally change the way that your brain is wired up, but they don't teach you that in school. Wonder why.
Right. And is it, Luke, you making this shit sound super simple. Like, is it literally that simple though? Like, yeah. Rewiring in 30 minutes. Like, and so you like, so say I need to come up, say I need to stop smoking cigarettes, right? And I come to Luke and be like, I need to stop smoking cigarettes. You offer me this session, right?
Yeah.
And after that session, I'm gonna be done smoking cigarettes.
Correct.
Fuck out of here, Luke.
Yeah, I've got loads of testimonials on my social media of people quitting smoking, quitting vaping. You know,
wow.
Every addiction that you have has a root cause. Every dis-ease that you have has a root cause. If you have cancer right now, there's a reason why you have the cancer. Like, it came from somewhere. There's something you're doing. You have to give your body a chance to heal itself. So stop putting poison in your body for a start. And then you need to change your poisonous thoughts, because most people's thoughts are poisonous, right? They're thinking negative, toxic things all day. So how your brain is a bit like a river. You know how a river flows, right? It flows in the path of least resistance. Your brain is like that. You need to change the way the river flows, make it more positive, less negative. Change those things, because you probably saw, if you're addicted to smoking, right? You probably saw someone do it when you were younger who you thought was cool. And then you thought, I want to be cool like them, so I'm just going to keep doing it. And we just go and we change that story. That's as simple as that.
That's interesting shit, though, man. That's interesting shit. I would definitely like, so what, anything you going through, anything.
Yeah,
definitely.
Pretty much.
Fire.
If you go and just search, whoever's looking for it, if you go and search for quantum healing, or QRIT, QRIT, or quantum hypnotherapy, it's basically a mixture between hypnotherapy and healing people on that energetic level. Because one of the things a lot of people don't understand, I'm a big science geek. I love quantum physics. So I get a bit geeky sometimes. And people get very hung up on their physical body. But if you zoom in on your hand with a microscope, do you know it's just particles zooming around? Have you ever thought about that? If you zoom in on a rock, it's just particles zooming around. Like, that's what we are. We're energy. We're a pure energy being. And so when you start to play with that, people heal broken spines. There's a guy called Joe Dispenza. You can type in Joe Dispenza broken spine story. He was in an accident. He was told he'd never walk again. The doctor said, you have to have rods up your spine. He said no. And he healed himself using what I'm talking about, this kind of hypnotherapy. And in 3 months, he could walk again. No surgeries. He's been now traveling around the world helping people get out of wheelchairs for like 20, 30 years now.
Yeah, Joe Dispenza, definitely.
Everything's possible when you learn how to use the power of your mind. And if you supplement that with great food and the right medicine, not the pharmaceutical medicine, right? Take the A game or whatever it is. Like, go find a herbalist that you trust. You know, when my daughters are not well, we go and speak to our local herbalist, and they sort us out with the right herbs. You know, all the medicine you need is in nature.
It's so crazy that you said get with the right herbalist, right? And on the screen right there is Tiger Carper.
Yes,
one of the best herbalists I know. Shouts out to my brother Tiger Carper, who we will have on here Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You see how the universe just aligns stuff when you doing right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love this conversation though, man. I think that's dope. So tell the people before we move on to something else, tell the people how to get in touch with you to do that exact thing. Because I'm sure you say you offer a free service. A lot of people gonna want to try that.
Yeah, I offer a free session, completely free. My gift to you, just send me a DM on Facebook, Luke Scott, Luke Scott III. On Instagram, it's Futureproof Luke. On any of the platforms, or if you want to email me, it's info@lukescottofficial.com. You can go to my website, lukescottofficial.com. Just send me a DM, say you're from Bobby Show. I'll hook you up completely free, and just plug in whatever the thing is you want to work on. Especially if it's like something, depression, anxiety, a habit, a fear, that's really easy. I blew out my knee last year, Bobby. I got it's called an acute meniscal tear, bucket handle tear. And the doctors, they try and scare you, right? They said, you'll never walk again if you don't get surgery. And I just knew that I could heal it because people hear broken spines. And I refused the surgery. And now, a year later, my knee's totally healed. I did different hypnotherapy on it, different sessions on it. And just today, someone's got the same thing as me, and they don't want to do the surgery either, because when you get the surgery, you increase your chances of getting arthritis in later life by like a crazy percentage. You know, people take this short term, and sometimes you do need to have a surgery, right? Sometimes it is the right thing to go to a hospital. You know, but think about the consequences. If you get that thing done now, can you heal it holistically instead? So that's what I'm preaching, trying to get people to wake up, because I love being around the happy people, Bobby. I love being around the thriving people, and especially in our community, when you see them, and you can see when you go on the fruit path and your eyes are open, you can see so clearly why people are suffering.
I'm gonna ask you this, Luke. You know, when you got examples in the community, right? Like say like with the service you offer, where people can come get healed in different forms, different ways. You got me, you got a lot of people out here changing their lives now. We in 2024. Information is in the palm of your hand. There's no reason not to be healthy. Why do you think people just don't get it? Like, why do you think that? Because, and we're gonna talk about the people who do, but what about the people who don't? Why do you think it's a resistance against what we're doing?
Because it's easier to go with the crowd. To be the one who stands out, you know, in 100 people, to be the one. Or maybe there's 5 of you now, maybe it's 5%. I'm not sure exactly how many percent of us are like on the health path, but I think there's more and more every year. To be that, to go in a different direction to your family. You know, they're all having a barbecue and they're all drinking alcohol, and you're turning up with a watermelon, which I do. That's exactly what I do. You know, and I don't drink anymore. I'm sober 7 years, and I freed myself from those traps. And I think if you know in your heart that you are not happy right now, only you can change that. Like, go and get the right help. Get Coach Bobby. He'll tell you straight. He'll kick your ass. Book a 1-on-1 with him. Right? He'll call you out on your shit. He'll tell you exactly what you're doing, right? And this is why it's so cool now for me with social media. I started my social media business in 8 years ago, and I've helped so many people. I got millions of views on my YouTube, on my Instagram, and on my Facebook and stuff. People seem to be more receptive now. Or at least it's easier to find them. Like 5 years ago, I didn't know that many fruitarians, but now there seems to be a lot.
They're everywhere. It's a lot more. That's why I said we definitely go talk about the ones who do get it, because there is a sense of, I feel like it ain't a sense of urgency, but it's a lot more awareness in the community. Even I'm gonna be honest, from the time that I got online in September 2022 till now, because when I first got online, it was like, whoa, you know, like who is this dude like eating all this fruit, la la la. But I didn't know that it wasn't. I thought it was normal. I thought it was more people doing that. So how was it? Was it like no fruitarians 5 years ago? Like none whatsoever?
I didn't even think I knew how to look for them. But I tell everybody now, go online, type in fruitarian, and you'll find so many Instagram profiles. And if they're into the gym, I used to do bodybuilding, and you know, I thought I needed to be big and muscly for the ladies. I'm happily married now, so I don't need to do any of that ego stuff, right? But I say type in fruitarian bodybuilders. There's loads of jacked fruitarians. You know, go find the jacked fruitarians if you want to be that. And it's really cool now because it's so easy to just search for things. 5 years ago, it was a natural progression for me because I just stopped liking unhealthy food. Like I got told sugar is not good for you, refined processed sugar. I got told if you have it, it wires your brain up in an addictive way. I watched this documentary. It showed it lights up all the same addiction centers as crack in your brain. And it's like you have sugar and that's, you know, processed refined sugar. And that's what it does. You get addicted like a rat. And when I was in a meditation, I just got this guidance, like quit it. And now it takes about 3 weeks for your taste buds to change. Some people say it was about that for me. Now sugar tastes disgusting to me. Right? If I ate a donut made of sugar, it would taste disgusting. It tastes artificial. Right? So now we, if anyone wants to go and like check it out, you just look up raw vegan everything, raw vegan bakery, right? They make cakes out of fruits. It's fantastic. Or you just mix dates with something else, you know, and it's like, it's so cool. But for me, when I'm hungry, fruits is the way. I've got a papaya over there I ate earlier today. I've been eating plums, been eating cherries today, watermelon. Like that's my go-to. That's what my body told me is the optimal nutrition. And then I went and found other people who were doing the same. And I kind of like when that happens. You get the internal awareness and then you go and find confirmation. But you are bringing people, they come and see you do it, and then they go off and do the research. And yeah, it's amazing. I'm loving watching you shine, loving watching Kev shine, and you're going to transform everyone's life this summer with the washout.
Man, no, you doing the same thing, brother. And like I said, talk about the washout though, like not the washout, but the watermelon and the fruits. And do you eat any cooked food?
Yeah, I do. Not for nutrition, but like in January, I did 31 days, 100% fruit. So I've done fasting, water fasting and dry fasting since 2016. So I go periods where I'm super clean, and then I'll have periods where I'm more relaxed. But this is what food is for me. You know, anything that's cooked is just for fun, but it's not good for me. I know it's not. And so it's really like figuring out, for those of you who are here, if you do like a raw till 4 or a fruit till 5, and you have one meal at the end, you're going to be giving your body a great time throughout most of the day. And as long as what you're eating at the end of the day isn't too crazy, I know a lot of people who are really thriving who do that. But I think the Kev say it's the 0.001% who go fully fruitarian, you know, who are like fully in.
Yeah. And it's crazy. It's crazy. It's a different lifestyle. It's a different energy. When I get up, and I've been real consistent lately with my getting up moving. And now that I got consistent with it, because when I first started, I used to go ground and I would go, you know, get out in nature. But once I got back online, I kind of lost touch with that. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't as consistent as I should have been. So now, for the last month or so, every single day being consistent with that movement and that grounding, it gave me a different perspective of fruitarianism. Like literally the fruits became secondary to me now. I have to get 20,000 steps in a day now. Like it's very important to me. I seen you make a post earlier, and I shared it, and it was about collaborations and, you know, building together. If you notice, that's what I do. You know, like if you see me, I'm working with every single person in the community. And how important is that? And what ways can we get that moving like more and do more collabs and stuff?
It's the most important. It's the fastest way to grow anything. If we work together instead of competing. And for anyone who is spiritually connected here, for anyone, whatever you call that, the energy that turns an apple seed into an apple tree, right? If you call it God or Allah or Buddha or Krishna or whatever you call it, the Most High, like my personal experiences, there's just one energy and we're all a part of that one energy. Like you're a part of the same energy that I'm a part of. And when we all start acting like that, when we start acting together as one, when we work like that for real, there would be no people starving in any of these countries, right? Because there would be the people who have the trillions would be feeding the people who are hungry, right? And we wouldn't be raising 80 billion animals that we kill every year for food when there's 3 million children starving every year. 3 million children die of starvation. We feed 80 billion animals grain and corn and whatever, soy, you know? It's crazy, right? The system is amazing. So how can we change the whole system? Me doing that by myself, it's going to take forever, but together. So I'm good at creating groups. That's one of my geniuses. So I created a group called The Visionaries. Any of you can join it, by the way. Just go on Facebook, type in The Visionaries with Luke. We meet about once a month and you just come, you share your vision. So you say, hey, everyone, I'm going to reform the education system. I'm going to get a program into schools and I'm going to teach children actual nutrition. Right? Or you say, hey, everyone, I'm going to change the political system. I'm going to actually, like, whatever your passion is, you can ask the other people then for support, advice, resources, like whatever your idea is. Let us know in the chat what your ideas are. How do you think we can change the world? Someone watching this right now has the money that you need. One of my friends wanted to start a holistic health center. And they just came and said that. And someone said, I have a health center you could use right now. Like, just come and use our center. So instead of them having to go and build it themselves, like it already exists, but you have to be brave enough to tell the right people about your ideas. And a lot of people are scared. A lot of people don't want to put themselves out there because if you go on TV, I used to have my own TV show. I've had my own radio shows. And on my TV interview show, you know, you say, hey, everyone, do you know you can cure depression? Now, what's going to happen? There's some people in the audience who are going to get some resistance because some people make trillions off of this stuff, right? And so it takes a brave person to stand up and say, hey, everyone, like there's a better way. But for my daughters, one of my daughters is 3 and one is 1. If I'm not brave enough to stand up for them, if I'm not brave enough to say this stuff, what's the world going to be like when they're my age? So it's just a no-brainer for me. And whatever happens to me, that's all good because I'm protected. I'm protected from the Most High. Everything's great. Whatever happens, it's all good in my world. And I'm loving it because I do poetry as well and I do spoken word. As someone in here just said he's spitting. Yeah, I do.
Spitting that fire. Hey, put some fire in the chat for this man. He's spitting that fire. You ain't lying.
And one of my bars is that if you don't dare to shine, then how will the other shiny people find you? Because we found each other somehow, Bobby, because I was shining and you were shining and we're like, oh, yeah, we like it. There's something here. Oh, but if I hadn't been brave enough to be shiny and if you hadn't been brave enough to be shiny, then we wouldn't have found each other. And all these people we've helped wouldn't have got helped.
That's the man. That's true facts. Fire sauce for real. Like, hey, you know what? I got this. I'm doing this program where I'm helping people build confidence. Like I'm talking about, see, I'm not going for the people. One thing about from being in the community so tough now, because I'm online every single day and I'm talking to people every single day, all day long. Like one thing I've realized that it is a look at me kind of world. Look what I'm doing kind of world. So I kind of wanted to shift off of that. And that's why you start seeing me helping people more, collabing with people more. And you know why we raised the price of our groups and stuff? The reason why I raised the price of my groups is because what I saw was people weren't working hard enough for $20. People don't work for mediocrity. You know what I mean? Like if when I change, like soon as I raised the price of my group from $20 to $100, the results change instantly. Because people who pay attention. So, it's just a real talk. So what I do now, I want to focus on the ordinary people who sitting at home, who scared to make a video, who's scared to get on camera and say something, because those are the most powerful people. Yeah. I'm telling you, I'm learning that every single day from my groups of people who were timid and didn't want to step out of their shell. They stepping out and they becoming something. They becoming louder. They got a real voice. So that's interesting that you said we need to work together so more people can tell the story. But if you're scared to tell the story, how you gonna tell it?
When I first started public speaking, I was so nervous. I was shaking, sweating. I tried to script everything out so I would sound good because I wanted to look good. And I had to get a teacher. I practiced for a whole year, and he taught me how to be more confident. I went on this public speaking course. It was intense. I was making videos every day. And my videos were so bad, and then they got better, right? And now I'm so relaxed and confident. And I've actually made 10 different online courses now. I find online courses is a really good way to help people. I just go on Zoom. I just made one this weekend. I go on Zoom. I teach something. I record it. That's a course now. You could do it. You could go live on Facebook for 2 hours, share your wisdom, take that. And that's a course now. You could then sell it if you wanted to. Like every single one of you can do that. The courses and podcasts are a great way to help people because anyone anywhere around the world can listen to this. You're in Ohio, I think, and I'm in the UK, right? It's awesome. And we can connect on that level. And so if any of you have a fear of public speaking, use Curate to cure it, because your fear of public speaking came from somewhere. Usually, Bobby, the people with fear of public speaking is because they have the most to say. And when they were a child, they were speaking out and they got shut down. They used to speak a lot. They used to tell people how it is, and their parents told them that children can't have an opinion. Children should be seen and not heard. Just be quiet. Listen to the adults. You don't know anything. You're just a kid. And so we shut down, and then that stays trapped in our body. Our brain gets programmed to say, when I speak out, my dad hits me, or when I speak out, my mum yells at me, or when I speak out, my teacher kicks me out of class. So I'm just going to stop speaking out. And we're like reprogramming all of that right now, because the ones who were kicked out of school and the ones who were the rebels, they're probably the ones who are here to change the world. So if you do need public speaking advice, I've got loads of courses. I'll just, again, everything's available on my YouTube. If you just type in Luke Scott Public Speaking, I do similar to you, Bobby. I have free things, because I want to help everyone, right? My family background, my dad had schizophrenia. He was in and out of psychiatric institutions, and my mum raised me and my brother on government benefits. So, we came from not having a lot of money, and then I built myself up to making more money in a month than I used to make in a year, right? And sometimes in a day, I used to make more than I used to make in a month. And then this is one of the things that a lot of people don't get is, if you're in survival mode right now, it's a lot harder to share your message, build a business, put yourself out there. And this is a part of the trap. The food, the sad food, keeps you in survival mode. It keeps you sick. Because when you're healthy and when you're thriving, Kev's a great example. I think he made a post. He's like, I'm 4 days into watermelon and the downloads are already coming. He's 4 days in and he's already got mental clarity now. Like it just starts dropping in, right? Because you've got rid of the brain fog. You cleaned out the shit. And now you can think again. Now you're like, oh, wow, that's not right. When I watched the Super Bowl halftime show, that's not right. I'm not going to take my kids to that anymore. And then you start telling people, have you thought about the music your kids listen to and what that might do to their subconscious minds? And they're like, no, I don't think about that stuff. But I don't let my kids listen to that music. Right? We don't do that stuff. They don't watch those TV shows, because I know how they hypnotize you, because I'm a hypnotist. So I see it. I see those big flashing colors and those big, da 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 for McDonald's or whatever it is, and
Yeah.
it reminds you of when you were a kid, and it hooks you in, and you think you're going to go and like relive a happy childhood memory, but it's all subconscious. So yeah, they're master hypnotists, these people in the media.
Man, you know so much about the subconscious programming. And so in order to know how to deprogram subconsciously, you got to know where the programming coming from, right? So that's interesting that you talk about people holding in that shut down. That's like when you tell a kid no, you limit him right away. As a kid, you've been told no, you can't get on that table, no, you can't do this. It's the same kind of thing that you're speaking about right there.
Yeah, it's our nervous system. When we get a big no, when we get a loud noise, when a parent shouts at us or someone who we respect, it traps that in our nervous system. It remembers it. And then these triggers come up, when we start to speak out and an authority figure steps in, we might shut down again. It's like we're a little kid again. It's automatic. You're not doing it on purpose. And this is some of us, Bobby, who have been able to stand up to police and authorities. So I used to do some naughty stuff when I was younger. I was a very troubled kid, right? So I got involved in making money in some different kinds of ways that the police didn't really like. And it made me so tough. So I have like a monk energy, spiritual calm, but I've got the warrior energy as well. And I think people respect that because most people's warrior has been buried, especially in the women. And I help a lot of women because the mama bear energy, like no one messes with the mama bear energy, but we've made women be so passive, most of them, right? Scared of the men. And now there's this whole awakening, which is amazing, of these women becoming empowered and speaking their truth. And I know there's a lot of fruitarian women out there, massive respect. And I know you interviewed like Tracy, right, recently, and she
I'm about to interview Tracy on Thursday night.
So cool, right?
Yeah.
And I love it because one of the different things, Bobby, now compared to like 30 years ago, you can speak about anything and people will dig it. Like on TikTok or YouTube or Facebook or Instagram, you can speak about aliens or liking the color purple, and you'll attract a whole tribe of people who like the color purple. And me and a couple of friends, we set up a Facebook group called Watermelon Tribe. And I know you're in it, right? And we just said, hey, who loves watermelon? Next thing you know, we've got 3,000 people in there who love watermelon. We just said, hey, who loves watermelon? And like 3,000 people jump every day. I was getting like 50 people jumping in. I don't even know where they came from. They just, and one of my friends on Facebook, they have a group helping people to get rid of their meat addiction and their dairy addiction. They've got over 100,000 people in their group. It's phenomenal what's possible.
People just they flock to the energy that they resonate with. People flock to the energy that they resonate. People are looking for a way out. This is the way out. This is the way. I don't see another way out. You know what I'm saying? So, and like you said, you don't gotta be scared to talk about nothing no more. Like you remember in the days where you would come on and talk about something and people would be like, you need to be careful or be careful what you say. Like that shit over with. That's over with. It's literally over with.
I still get it every day. And there's this amazing thing on social media, everyone, called the block button. It is your best friend if you're going to start making videos. I educate people first. They'll say, you're going to die if you don't eat animals. And I say, have you actually checked this out? And then if they keep saying it, I just block. Right? So if they keep coming on my videos, and I saw someone came on my videos, like I was just posting a fruit haul, what I eat in a week as a fruitarian. You can see on my videos online, right? And people commenting underneath, if you eat that much fruit, you're going to get diabetes. And I'm like, have you actually looked into how fruit cures diabetes? Just go to masteringdiabetes.org and they show you in 2 weeks you can reverse type 2 diabetes by going whole foods. And people are like, but you're gonna too much sugar, right? And block.
block. I got my block list. My block list probably longer than my friends list. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. And you know what? You said an interesting thing, Luke, because I'm in the same thing. Like the women that I'm helping, Shouts out to the I got a few women in here that I'm helping currently. Auntie Gwen, Completely Cold, Ashley and Lovett. These women, they're so willing to change. You know what I'm saying? Like women have a different energy right now. You said you help women. Like, how important is that to you? Helping women right now? Like, is that something that you focus on, or is it something that came to you?
In personal development, because I run all different kinds of events, and about 80% of the attendees at events are usually women. So if you run a workshop about mindset, if you run a workshop about public speaking, it's about 80% of women and 20% of men. So it's always been like that for some reason. I think women are more open to coming to those kind of events. I don't know why. I just ran a training this weekend, 2-day training. I teach you how to do Curate. So I teach you how to do this modality. It just takes 12 hours and you learn it. There was only one guy. All the rest of the people were women. And there's something really cool about it. I don't know if it's just me, or if other people have similar things. And so I do a lot of stuff for the men. I do men's circles where we come together and we do guy stuff, and we can go hiking together, and we have a group where we go climbing together. We do like rock climbing, and we have different guy stuff. But I love that the women are coming, and for whatever reason, the cosmos gifted me with 2 daughters. So now beautiful. I'm learning for real. what kind of dad I want to be, because my daughters will see what kind of man I am, right? And they're going to learn how the world will treat them based on how I am. And so, yeah, if you really want to wake up call, everyone, go help children. Hey. Like you'll see your role model skills will up level massively.
I think your daughters are in pretty good hands, brother. I tell you that. Like my son, I got custody of my son, and right now, I'm very open about the struggles that I've been having as a parent, because when you come from the dark and sleeping, and then you get into this world and you see the damage that you've created. You know what I'm saying? Like now, I see my son and I'm like, I get irritated by things that I created. So it's kind of like, it's literally like kind of transforming all over again. Like I got to this transformation and realized, you got more work to do. Like your son needs you now, and that's a representation of your ways that you created this. So I've been enjoying the experience. He's been teaching me so much, and I've been embracing the emotions that I've been going through. And during the watermelon challenges, and that's why I tell people this is so important. I live it. I live this. I don't need nobody to tell me what fruitarianism is or how it's going to affect you, or I do it. I go through it every day, the emotions of it and everything. So during the mono eating challenges, I learned so much, and I'm looking forward to it. When you talk about diving deep, like we about to do during the watermelon washout, is that necessary when it comes to fruit eating? Like, is that something that you experienced going through an emotional drainage and detox?
Yeah, I've done some pretty intense things before. So I did a 28-day colon cleanse where I was taking bentonite clay and different things, and that was really intense. That cleared out so much stuff. I mean, you check the toilet after you've been for a bowel movement, and you see all of this plaque that comes out, right? And you people that take pictures of it, and you see everyone's getting the same things. Like there's something really wrong with what's going on in most people's bodies. I think 70% of people have parasites that affect them negatively. Most people have never done a parasite cleanse. So I do go pretty intense. I do water fasting, so only water. I do dry fasting as well, so no food and no water. And I've been training with some people who are called breatharians, if anyone's heard breatharians before. So they literally eat nothing and drink nothing. Right? And I went to a training with a breatharian in Mexico, and I learned from him, and I learned his secrets. And it's a lot of what you were saying before, Bobby. He learned that he could draw energy from the earth when he had his bare feet on the earth. And he talks about being like a mobile phone, like a cell phone. And he could charge himself up with the earth, and he could charge himself up with this ether, the energy that's all around us. And he said he stopped needing to eat. He just wasn't hungry. And then he ended up just only eating food for pleasure. And now when he gets hungry, he just sits and he breathes and he meditates, and he says he feels full. He's strong, he's muscly, he's healthy. He says most people don't don't know how to connect to the energy that's all around us, right? The sun energy, the earth energy, like whatever it is. And so I did 4.5 days, 108 hours of no food and no water. And your body has these technologies that most people never switch on. So one of them is called autophagy. So when you do fasting for more than 16 hours, your body starts breaking down the weak cells in order to make energy. So you literally heal yourself. Animals do this too, Bobby. When they're unwell, they fast, and their body breaks down the unhealthy cells. So when you do dry fasting, your body starts breaking down fat for energy. And fat is mostly water. So you get your water source from breaking down your fat. So if anyone hasn't tried it yet, I would incorporate some kind of fasting, like 16 hours a day, 18 hours a day. I know Kev does eating windows. He stops eating at 4 or he stops eating at 2 p.m. or whatever it is. And then you don't eat again until the next day. So that's a real easy way. Your body will break down cancer cells. It will break down whatever the dis-ease is that you have in your body.
I'm actually doing that right now, eating through certain windows, even though it's tough because I drink a lot. But I did that for 2 weeks, January 2023, or I follow Orville's protocol. Orville Douglas kind of eat like that. And he eat one time a day every 23 hours. And it's like, I had the most energy in my life when I did that. Like literally, I was moving around crazy. Bro, you are you got so much. Like, see, when last time we talked, we ain't talk about so much about all the stuff you be doing. And you phenomenal, bro. Like I want to work with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you do a lot of the similar stuff. You doing some of the stuff that I do. You do way more stuff than I do, but I'm going towards that stuff, helping people build confidence. And I think it's an important aspect of what we doing with the Fruitarianism, because it brings people out of their shell and allows them to tell their story. And I tell people all the time in my groups and my clients and stuff, nobody don't care where you are if they don't know where you come from. You know what I mean? Like, so it's important to tell your story. And if you don't have the confidence to do that, then you missing out. Your voice never going to be heard.
If you don't have the confidence to do it, just go book a public speaking class. They're all around. Go online, just type in public speaking class. There's loads of free ones, loads of paid ones. The only reason you wouldn't do it is if you have an excuse. But one of my teachers told me, it's like, if you have a message inside of you, like if you know you have something that can change the world, he told me it's my duty to get that out. He's like, you've got that message for a reason. You've been gifted that for a reason. And if you don't do something with it, someone else will. And one of my teachers called Wayne Dyer, he says, don't die with your music still inside you. Like, you've got something inside you. Whoever's watching this, you've got a book to write or a course to make or some music to do, or you can become a coach, or you can become a healer, or you can grow herbs, or like whatever the thing is that you've got. Only you can do that because you have a unique energy and people will be magnetized to you. Bobby, he magnetizes certain people and other people. Sorry, Bobby, if you don't know this, but some people might not like you, right? You might not be for some people. Some people don't like me. Can you imagine that? Some people think I'm an idiot, right? You tell me a lot on my YouTube comments.
Hey, I'm gonna lose a lot of fucking sleep tonight, Luke. Hey man,
there's a really great internet marketer. He's called Gary Vaynerchuk. If you don't follow him, he's amazing at internet marketing, right? He makes these videos and it's powerful. He says 15% of people absolutely love me. He says I make all my content for those 15%. He said 85% of people think I'm an idiot. They're not my people. He said if I try and make content for them, the 15% of people that love me won't love me anymore. So I'm just going to speak to my people, and I like that. That's kind of the way I play it as well.
Man, that's one of my philosophies. It's the thing. It's in alignment with whoever show up can show out. You know what I mean? Like if you don't show up, I can't be there for you. So I don't go fishing for people to show up to my events, to my talking, none of that. If you show up, I don't care if one person show up, I'm gonna give all my energy. And that's where I'm at with it. And that we definitely align. So what you got going on for the summer? You doing something in the tribe, or you doing any extended watermelon this summer?
Yeah, well, last year I only did 6 days. I know that's like baby to you guys, but I did six days of 100% watermelon. I documented the whole thing, and I got some people involved in that. Yeah, so I do a lot of festivals in the summer, so I'm traveling a lot. That's one of the things. In the UK, when it's festival season, it's beautiful, and people really love it. So I'll be around everywhere. I've got loads of online stuff that I do. I am really digging training people, teaching them how to be these hypnotherapists right now, because we just did a course this weekend. You can do it on your family. You can do it on your friends. You can do it on your whoever you want. We had a mother and daughter there this weekend. And the daughter's 19 years old, and they're doing it together. And she did a hypnotherapy session on her mum. It's like phenomenal what's possible. And you can help. If you are the person in your tribe who's the herbalist, amazing. Now, if that herbalist also knows how to reprogram your subconscious mind, as well as give you the right supplements, they're going to be even more powerful. So anyone can learn it. We had a guy, he's a bouncer, security guard in a nightclub, never done any kind of healing before. He's called John. He's one of our testimonials. He came and he learned the course, and now he's a healer. He's a security guard, and now he's a healer. So any of you watching can do this. And I explain it all in so much detail. So that's my main thing, because I want to help all the children, Bobby. I want to make sure that all these beautiful children grow up able to process their feelings, process their emotions instead of taking medications. There's a crazy statistic. It's like almost 1/3 of children in high school now are on medication. What do they eat on their lunch breaks? What is the nutrition that the schools are giving them? And what tools do they give these children to process their emotions and their anxiety? None. Right. So yeah, we're on a big mission. And if any of you would like to collaborate, if you have any ideas, I'll come speak at your tribe. I'll come do whatever. Like, if you're vibing with what we're talking about, let me know. And if I can help you and you can help me, we'll change the world so much faster.
That's a fact. And I'm a testament. And I can vouch for Luke when I say that Luke is one of them people who truly committed to changing people's lives and collaborating with the community. And he always extended olive branch out to me for anything I got going on. Hey, Bobby, come promote here, come do this. I'll help you, whatever you need. So I definitely appreciate you, brother. And you've been a staple in the community, inspiration to me, motivation for me as well. So I appreciate you.
I appreciate you too. It's been so nice. See, I've just been reading some of the comments here. So many cool people saying that they want to join the tribe, that they want to come and play, that they're digging what we're doing. It's just my absolute pleasure to get to do one talk like this. Everyone, just think about this, right? You do one talk, one podcast, and you can make 50 new friends, right? Or you can get new clients, or you can build your business, or you can change someone's life. Even if you, like you said, you just change one person's life, it's all worth it,
It's all worth it. Hey, man, it's crazy. It's crazy. The floor is yours, though, Luke. Tell everybody where to find you at, how to get in touch with you, and all of that, man, before we get up out of here.
Yeah, for sure. So first thing, everyone, I just want to let you know that wherever you are in your life right now, let's say that you have a map. Let's say you have a map on your phone, right? An app, and you want to go somewhere. You're in New York. That's where you are, and you want to go to Chicago. Like, that's cool. You're in New York right now. Imagine you can put in a year's time, where do you want to get to? Where's the destination? And you can literally imagine putting that into this map. Let's say we call it the quantum map, the quantum GPS system. You can imagine, yes, I'm gonna have a 6-pack, or I'm gonna be having my own business. I'm gonna be financially free. Whatever your thing is, you can plug that in. Just say a big yes to the cosmos, and you just watch. It will line up these synchronicities. You'll find the people, the teachers will come, the healers will come. You'll get these opportunities once you decide and commit. So get around your tribe, get around the people who have similar like minds, big open hearts, and you're going to absolutely create an amazing life. So come follow me on any platform, send me a DM, let me know what you liked about this. Let me know if you've got anything going on in your life. Like I said, we've got hundreds of Curate practitioners. So whatever health condition you have. I had a client who came, they had type 1 diabetes, and they were really upset because their doctor told them they couldn't cure it. So I just asked in the group, has anyone actually cured someone of type 1 diabetes? And like 10 people said, yes, 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 it's easy, it's easy, it's easy. Now imagine if we were giving people that kind of health information instead of what the doctors do, or most doctors. Go and find a holistic doctor or a herbalist, and they'll set you on the right path. So it's been my absolute pleasure. Look forward to connecting with you, and go change the world. You're doing it. Change the world by changing yourself. That's a good place to start.
Best place to start. Hey, that's how I changed it, man. I changed my world that I was living in, and now the world outside of me changing. And you know, that's commitment. And I appreciate you, man. Like, you know, we definitely, this is only the start. You know, we gonna have a long summer. You doing a whole lot of great things. I'm gonna start tapping in way more, getting involved, and you know, leveling up with you, man. That's what this is all about. So thank you for coming on. I appreciate you, and definitely we locked in.
Amazing.
Go ahead, get you some sleep, man. I know it's getting late out there in the UK. So
tag your friends who might like this, share this out. Anyone who you think could hear this, anyone that you know who could do with a good shake up.
Facts. Indeed. Yes. Well, yes, brother, we're gonna lock in watermelon out, man. Watermelon out. Fruit up, family. Y'all know we coming back. We coming back tomorrow night. No, we coming back Wednesday night with my brother Tiger Carper. Tiger Carper gonna be here Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. After the Tiger Carper interview, we heading over to the Fruit Up with Bobby Smith YouTube for the Juice Champs podcast, family. Just like Luke said, you can start a podcast, you can start a show, you can start a group, you can do whatever you want to do. That's all we doing. I'm simply just putting it out there and doing it. And that's the best way to do it. So with that being said, watermelonwashout.com. If you're not in the party of the summer, get in there right now. VIP is available for those who want to dive extra deep. agameherbal.com for all your herbal solutions. I use it every day. I trust it every day. I'm leveling up. I'm doing 20,000 steps every single day. I feel really good. My mental clarity like this. And that's just is what it is. agameherbal.com. I love y'all, family. I appreciate y'all for joining us. Y'all stay tuned for another one Wednesday night. I love y'all. Have a wonderful evening.